Hi everybody, hope you've had a lovely week. I have some fab news. My van is fixed. My very clever husband managed to change the camshaft and fix it, which is absolutely brilliant. So I'm going to be on a furniture mission next week when now that I can go and collect. So that is brilliant and I'm so pleased. So yeah, fabulous. This week I have just got back from picking up a load of things that I bought yesterday at a lovely antique auction, and I'm really pleased. I haven't been through it. All I've seen is as we put it into the car, so this is going to be us going through together what I have bought, and I think that it looks really good. I've been on a charity shop this week, which you'll see was not the most successful of shops. I'd really be interested if you tell me whether you prefer it if I have a chat with you over the top of the charity shop footage, explaining my thought process, whether I like the things, why I didn't choose them, what's going on in my head really, or whether you'd prefer it if I just zipped it and let you enjoy the shopping experience with me. I would love to know your opinion on that. That would be really cool. I'm going to show you the charity shop footage and the going to collect my antique haul from the auction, and then meet me back here where we can go through all of the lovely things that I have bought this week, and I can also show you some of the things that I've sold too. My Etsy shop is now open. I'm really pleased with it. I kind of had built it up into this really big thing in my head that opening an Etsy shop was going to be really hard, but actually it was totally fine. It was really straightforward, and it is open. It's got 30 something things listed so far. I'm learning as I'm going, and I've already sold a few things off there. One of them has gone all the way to Arizona, and so I'm really proud of that. That's really cool. I'll show you the things that I sold as well as the things that I've bought. It's such a beautiful day today. I don't know if you can see the sunlight just pouring in through this window. It's about 23 degrees. It's absolutely beautiful. So I'm loving the weather, really fabulous. Long may this sunshine remain. But for now, come with me to the charity shop and the auction. Let's go collecting some antiques. Let's see what treasures we can find today at the charity shop. This looks promising. Maybe it's a bit odd. Here, look, shelves and shelves full of things. I'm bound to find something good. Not from Matalan, maybe not. He looks quite cool. No, I don't think so. But I think a bit overpriced. That's really pretty as well, but again, £5 is quite a lot for that. This vase didn't have a price, and I thought that I might take it back to the till when I found some other things to buy. That is a pretty little jug. It's really quite nice, but again, hard to post, so I decided to put it back today. This plate's really cool. £4 was a bit of a lot, and then my husband said that it was twee, so I had to put it back on the shelf. I really like that jug. It said made in Romania on it, but I didn't really know how saleable it was alongside all of the other stuff. Again, this little Wedgwood thin dish was pretty. £5 seemed a little bit rich, but just not quite for me today. I've already got a bell that's for sale at the moment, so I didn't really want to buy another one today, just in case they sit there forever, and it was £4. Again, here's another plate. This is quite pretty. I liked this one for £2, and I really liked this. I thought this was really cool until I saw the price. So none of the things on those shelves were for me today. So I had a look around the art, and I really liked this little needle point that was down here. But then when I looked closer, it was a bit creased, so I thought that just took away from it. So all in all, a bit of a failure of an antique shop today. Never mind, I've got the auction sale, so onward and upward. Now it's time for a little sit in the garden with my cup of tea and a blackbird singing in the background while I get some bids in.
And I've got 10, 12, 15, 18 for my bid on the screen. My bid. 18 bid. £80, £80, here we go. £80, here we go. Anybody else? 20 if you want. I'm selling. Fair warning. It's gone at 18. 40 to start. £40 bid, £40, £40 bid, £40, £40, hammers up to be sold. £40, anybody else joining in? Last chance, all done. Round we go. I'm selling. Fair warning, it's gone at £40. 25 to start. 25 bid, 25, 25. Here we go. 8 anywhere. 28, 28, 30 bid now. £30 I have now 2, 5. 35 bid now 35. 35, 8 anywhere. 35, here we go. Gonna be sold this time. 35, all done. 8. 38 bid now 38, 8.
And here we are to collect with my little trusty helper. What have you got, Wilf?
Okay.
Right, back in the car then. And home to unpack.
Welcome back everybody, thank you for watching that. Tell me what you thought. Charity shop, disaster, but the auction haul looks like it's totally worth it, doesn't it? So I'm back here at home, we've collected, we've had that boot full of lovely things, and now, together with my cup of tea, I would love to show you what I've bought. I think we're going to start with these. These are really big, but they are a bit fabulous. Here we go. Really nice handle on the top here like this. They've got really nice feet and I am really pleased with these. They are needlepoint fire screens but could just as easily be used to decorate an unloved corner in someone's house. Have a look at the lovely detail going on there. There's 2 of them in the lot. And just as nice subject matter with the swans and those lovely signets. It's got a really nice sort of gold look to the frame. Just there, little bump to the frame. But I really think that that's fine. Yeah, this is a vintage piece. It's got good age to it. So I don't think that you would expect that to be 100% perfect. I think that that kind of little bit of wear gives it a bit of authenticity. For those 2, I paid £18, so that obviously works out as £9 each, and I think that that is brilliant. Next up is this. I'm really pleased with this as well. Slightly kicking myself because there were 2 by the same artist in the sale. And the other one wasn't catalogued with the artist's name on it, and I hadn't looked through the catalogue really closely enough. But the other one did have a completely matching frame. They were the same size and they were by the same artist, and so I'm really cross with myself because it was half the price of this one. So I'm really cross with myself that I didn't buy 2, but I didn't, and you have to live and learn. But I'm really pleased with that one. I paid about £35. It is a known artist, I can't remember who it is. Jason Threlfall. I don't know anything about him yet, but I will do a bit of research and get that listed on my Etsy. I think that that is a great size. It's a really decorative, lovely piece that I think somebody is going to absolutely love. I have some more of these lovely needle points. Joan Hogben, done in 1944. That is so pretty. Same artist, 1944. We'll do a bit of research on her. This all came in a lot, so these 2 were the first thing in the lot. We now have a watercolour. It's really quite cool, isn't it? Very sort of cow parsley-ish, but obviously hogweed is a lot bigger. But yeah, it's it says it's mixed media on the back. says the name of the artist, but I can't quite read it. But they're from Gwynedd in Wales, which is nice to have an original as well. I love original art. I think that when an artist paints or does something original, sews or does something that cannot be reproduced, they put a little bit of themselves and their creativity into that piece of art, which can then live with you on your walls forever. And I think it brings a real magic into your home. Next up, we have a print. Prints definitely have their place. Original art is often a lot more expensive. Prints can give you the look and the feel without having to spend quite so much capital on the pieces of work. Another print, really, really nice frame, great subject. Really pleased with that. And not only is that lovely in its own right, but it's one of a pair. So that little collection of artwork was really nice, and I paid for that just a tiny little £6. Now, I'm absolutely over the moon that I've got 2 needle points, a watercolour and 3 prints, 2 of which are in stunning frames for £6. They will fly out of my Etsy shop, I'm absolutely sure, and make somebody really happy. And isn't that the whole aim of this? We have a box here. This next box, a box of ceramics. There's all sorts going on in here. We've got a bit of spode, jelly mould. It can look really good on the side in your kitchen, and I think that that constitutes making a jelly to see if it works. We've got a fish mould. He is brilliant. Look at his little face. He is a beautiful colour. I love that. So next we have a Royal Worcester dish. This plate here shows a nice scene. It says handmade in Spain on the back. A Copeland spode plate, Churchill plate. This one must be slightly more modern because it says that it's dishwasher and microwave safe, like all the good antiques do. But yeah, hand painted by Mary Scott. Well, Mary Scott, you did a jolly good job. So useful. Ridgeways, Kensington pattern, quite crazed. It's quite got a good bit of age though. This has 2 of those. I bought this lot because the first bowl that I showed you, the spode one, I love a bit of blue and white. That really caught my eye, plus the blue jelly mould and the blue fish. This little chap here, who is actually a bit damaged, a Royal Worcester. You can see his little beak's missing, so I don't think that he will be particularly saleable. Oh, I hadn't realised that these were in the lot. These are a salt and pepper shaker made, I know, without even looking underneath, by Hudson and Middleton, because Hudson and Middleton, before they went under very sadly a few years ago, were owned and ran by my family. Lovely design. They're a bit cool, they're a bit funky. They were made for the National Trust from plot to plate. The National Trust used to be full of Hudson and Middleton items, as did the Royal Collection, and they were seen all over the place. They were a really, really good make. Made in the potteries in fine bone china. Pair of blue and white. There's no mark underneath. My favourite has got to be, I'll show you again because he's so cool, the little fish. Okay, 2 lots have been amalgamated now, so when we've put them in the car, we've put 2 different lots together to pack them up, and now I can't remember what came with which bit. So what I'm about to show you now all cost around about £35, including this silver plated tray, James Dixon, so a really good Sheffield maker. Again, a bit more silver plate. I love a candlestick. A bit of Wedgwood, nice pretty Wedgwood vase. I saw this going in. It is a little candle holder, massively up my street, so I might be donating that one. Little pretty vase. Metal engravings from Japan are created by the ancient art of Chokan. Gilded with gold and silver, the engravings were originally created to decorate the armament of the samurai warriors. 24 karat gold edged made in Japan. Now, the history of that is pretty cool. It's handmade in Greece. Who doesn't love a bit of Lady Diana and Charles? Might make my husband a cup of tea in it when he gets home. See what he says. We'll even notice. A bit of Wedgwood Jasperware. It's always nice. It's the most gorgeous shade of blue. In fact, my bedroom is painted in a very similar shade of blue. I like a bit of Wedgwood. This is so pretty. Ainsley. Next up, we've got a bit more commemorative wear. Peace, November the 11th, 1918. The Triumph of Right over Might. Made by Atlas China, Stoke-on-Trent. That is a really nice little piece. Really pretty. Would sit beautifully on a dresser. Coronation of George VI. A couple more pieces of Jasperware. Mason's clock. Excuse me everybody, because my Tesco order has arrived. Tesco have been and the children have got home from school, so apologies if you can hear a bit more background noise, but I just wanted to show you because there's only a couple more things left. Another of these lidded pots. Greek pieces. They're really cool with the design. And there's a few different pieces. A mug, an urn, vase, big as this one. So a little collection, which I think looks quite cool. And that brings us to the end of the haul from the auction house. I would love to hear what you think, and tell me what your favourite bits and bobs are. I think my favourite has got to be this. I'm not even sure if I'm going to put it up for sale. I love it so much. I think it would look really good on the wall. There are so much. I'm just looking, I'm completely surrounded by various ceramics. So there's a lot to go through. There's a lot to research and there's a lot to put on my Etsy. By the time this video goes up, hopefully I will have uploaded as much as possible to my Etsy so that you can click on the link that I'm going to share with you somewhere on the screen. Have a little browse on my Etsy, tell me what you think. While we were here, I could just show you again all of the stuff. There's just so much, as you can see, to go through and to list. So yeah, there it all is. A vast haul and a really terrible charity shop visit. So tell me, have you ever had a charity shop visit that has really gone that badly? It was such a big shop and I had such high hopes. I've been looking forward to trying it out, and then went round and I thought the prices were quite expensive, and I don't think that the items on offer were really that good. Maybe I should stick to the auctions. That is where my heart lies. I love a sale room, I love a bid. I have done a big shop. I'm so pleased. I'm so excited to go and collect all of that stuff. I'm going to do some filming, I'm going to do some footage, and that is going to be in next week's video. So stay tuned, follow and subscribe so that you get notified when I put another video up, because you're not going to want to miss this. There is some really nice furniture, there's some fabulous small bits, and yeah, really pleased and excited to show you. As for today, I did promise that I would have a little chat to you about what I sold. I'm afraid I didn't do footage of what I'd sold. I totally forgot, I do apologise. And so I'm just going to pop them up in little bits on the screen for you. There were 4 things I've sold on Etsy this week, which I'm really pleased about. I've only had my Etsy shop open for a week, so to have 4 sales in a week, I'm really pleased. I sold, firstly, the little straw duck. I think he's really sweet, and he is already with his new owner. The coronation plate went all the way to Arizona. That is winging its way over there as we speak. He is going to go to San Diego, California, so that is very cool. I'll pack him up today and post him off on his journey. The last thing that sold was a beautiful needlepoint framed picture of roses and rosebuds, perfect for the season. They're all just about to bloom in the garden. I popped to the Emma Bridgewater factory shop yesterday. I have got a video of my footage that I took around the shop. I love Emma Bridgewater, and the roses in her courtyard, they were all out. This is the 1st of May and they were all blooming beautifully and smelling incredible. I think that it really set me off for the summer, feeling really fab about that. So those are the 4 things that I've sold this week, and I've got a lot more to list and a lot more going on. The listings of all of the things I've shown you today, I have started listing, and hopefully by the time this video goes up, many more of them will be listed. So follow the link to my Etsy, have a look what I've got, see if there's anything you fancy. Let me know what you think. I'm really interested to see what you think of these things. I'm also going to do a bit of a charity donation today. I've put together a little box of things to take to the charity shop. I'll show you now. So they are all going to go to the charity shop today. I just don't think that they're worth putting on Etsy. They are really nice things. They're just not really worth putting 2 low value items on Etsy. It takes quite a lot of time to upload the photographing and then packing up, especially for such breakable things that are worth probably, you know, £10, £15, and you've also got your Etsy fees to come off that. So yeah, not really worth it. I've got to have a threshold. So they're going to the charity shop, which obviously means it'd be rude not for me not to go and have a little look round and see what I can find in the charity shop. So I'll pop that on next week's video for you. Please come back next week and have a look at what I've got to show you. I'm really looking forward to seeing you there. But for now, please give me a little subscribe. I would very much appreciate that, because I'd love to see you here on the next video. Thank you so much for joining me. See you next week. Bye.